Welcome to the women's final, Windmill Windup 2013. I'm Liam Rosen on the play-by-play, here with co-commentator Adam Restad. We're about to get started with this exciting matchup between Hot Beaches from the Czech Republic versus Woodchicas from Germany. This was a bit of an upset with Woodchicas coming in, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. The Woodchicas faced last year's reigning champion Lotus, which is a phenomenal club team from Switzerland. Lotus looked great all weekend, but Woodchicas were able to handle the very, very windy semifinal and just squeak it out to earn themselves a spot in the finals.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about the semifinals, actually in all divisions, the semifinals went to universe point. So both the women squeaked in on universe point. So we'll see. Should be a pretty interesting final. Excited to see it and start it off.
Absolutely.
Woodchicas be pulling off. It's Lisa Kaulfuss on the pole, captain of the German women's national beach team. Hot Beaches slowly working it up the field. Looks like Woodchicas has come out in a three-person cup zone.
And zone looks have been standard all weekend. It's been so windy here that every team's zone has tightened up and tightened up and tightened up over the weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw a couple person-to-person points, some man defense, just to get a different look, maybe force some turns out of the other team. But zone is going to be the predominant form of defense throughout.
So Woodchicas with the D there. Bit of an errant throw, threw it right into the hands of the defender. And surprisingly enough, Hot Beaches comes right out in their zone. Nice sky, though, from Betty Schnedel to get that one back for Hot Beaches. So Hot Beaches now right outside of the end zone. Schnedel with it. Swinging the disc around to Ayamala. Mana inside break down. That disc is going to hit the grass and we'll go the other way.
And I think teams are going to be very confident with turning it over on the far end zone line. It's such a game of position. It's more like rugby, where its field position is everything in windy conditions like this.
So that's the D from Lucy Shonova. Nice sky there, getting up and knocking the disc out of the way. So a couple turns here early in these first few points. We'll see if these teams can clean it up. Hot Beaches walking back to the disc now. Ayamala with it again. Mala swinging over to Sirbova. Sirbova far side to Shonova. Woodchicas staying with their cup on the turn. Hot Beaches looking to put it deep. Defender is there. Beautiful grab by Betty Schnedel for Hot Beaches. Schnedel, one of the Austrian pickup players, well, Austrian players playing with this team. Absolutely beautiful grab in that end zone.
Hot Beaches are going to be really happy with that punt and play defense game set coming into this. I think Woodchicas are as well. But as I said before, it's mostly a game of field position. So if they get that long turnover, they're going to be happy with it. Because as you saw, turns are going to come in bunches this weekend. It's been happening all throughout the tournament. So one thing the Hot Beaches do really well is they play their roles excellently. You're always going to see players like Ayamala around the disc putting it to great receivers. You'll never see a receiver, almost never see a receiver, try to step out of their role and make those big throws. They know that they have the handlers backing them, and so they're always going to be running through one of their hubs.
Pole goes up, rolling, stopped by Hot Beaches, and Woodchicas will pick up. That's Bjajit Imin with it now. Imin swinging all the way over to the far side of the field. Lots of time, though, to pick that one up. Is Fuchs. Fuchs back to Imin. Imin sends it far side of the field. Sprung towing the line there. Sprung. Beautiful defense by Hot Beaches. A bit of contact there, but after the D. And it looks like the Woodchicas player is okay, so they'll resume play, but very nice D to come in on that end zone and stop the break throw. Jimenez now grabs the disc. It's going to go back, though, on a call.
Yeah, neither team is really scared of physicality. but they're also very smart players. I haven't seen any dangerous plays at all this weekend, but a lot of good physical defense displayed by both teams to get them here to the finals.
Disc is checked back in. Hot Beach is working it back up. Jimenez gets the dump and the offline on the far side now. Looking to activate their dump. Great defense by Woodchicas. Finally gets it off. Upline to Beukema. Beukema dumps off to Schriva. Schriva still with it. Stall count getting high. Gets it back up. Far side of the field. And that's a drop, unfortunately, for Hot Beaches from number 13, Bilinova. So Woodchicas moving back to the disc very patiently is Biagit Imin. Imin sends it deep again to Sprung. Sprung always seems to be open back there near the zone. Thought about the easy throw, but not there. Takes it. And not a bad grab there from Steffi Koch.
Not at all. And you saw the Woodchicas go into a man-to-man defense there. I think that switch allowed them to sort of jar the Hot Beaches zone offense a little bit. They were expecting a zone on that turn, but they came out in a person-to-person, and the receivers just weren't quite ready with their hands and their feet to run with the Woodchicas. So I think that's an intelligent call to man-to-man defense there. And worked out. Woodchicas end up scoring the point.
Lady pole goes up. Not a great look there. And we'll see if Hot Beaches will take it from the sideline. They will. They'll center it in right away to Klimentova. Klimentova far sideline to Schnedel. Woodchicas coming out in a trap. Finally get it up on the sideline. They're going to put it right up the line. And Katka Langova was wide open there, but put out one hand and unable to grab the disc.
Yeah, an unfortunate miscalculation on that throw. Beautiful throw by Ayamala. Just not able to hold on.
So Kalfus picks it back up. Big's fake, still working against the zone. Back in their own end zone now is Woodchicas. Hot Beach is really putting on the pressure. Woodchicas eventually able to get it out to Kalfus. Kalfus back into the center to Oldenburg. Back to Kalfus. Kalfus sends it deep, but it's a blade.
I think that one got tipped. One of the Hot Beaches players just barely got enough finger on that to have a turnover in the wind.
So we'll go the other way. Hot Beach just picks up and sends it deep right away. She likes Schnedel there in the end zone. Double coverage. Schnedel not able to catch up to it. So Kalfus will pick it back up and walk it up to the line. Looking to take advantage right away. It looks like it went out before quite a way down the field, so they'll walk it all the way back. Kalfus swings into the center to Wagner. Wagner to Oldenburg. Oldenburg looking inside break to Hosokawa. Hosokawa working in a dominator set now. Faking, not there. Swings back to Kalfus. Kalfus to Wagner. Back to Kalfus again. Kalfus, the pivot in this Woodchicas offense. Finds the hole through the cup to Oldenburg, and Oldenburg puts it right in to the end zone for the score. Woodchicas 2-1. So Woodchicas will pull off to going up 2-1. That pull almost hit one of the Hot Beaches players. But they'll now swing that back and forth. On the far sideline now, finding Shidova. Serbova with the pickup. Back to Havlantova. Serbova. Nice flick to Jimenez.
Hot Beaches are being very patient in their offensive sets here, just being very content to swing it until a hole opens up in that cup. We'll see what Aya does to get out of that trap.
Hot Beaches still working it all the way around the field. Far sideline now. Woodchicas trying to trap. Hot Beaches needs to get it off of that sideline. Finally swing it back, lose some meters there, but able to open up the field. Jimenez with the catch. Puts it right over to just outside the end zone. Back to Srbova in the center. Tolzhinerova wide open in that end zone, but good defense by Woodchicas. Woodchicas maintaining the cup all the way into the zone, so not making the switch to man. There's a call on the field.
A little bit of contact between the cup and one of the poppers there. They work it out. Hot Beaches just 2 or 3 meters out.
So Shadova with the disc, figuring out the stall count. Check this one back in, and Hot Beaches very patient so far. Looking to swing the disc, open up the field. But all credit to Woodchicas' very, very good defense on stopping those swings. Still some discussion about the stall, but it will come back in now. Looking for Srbova. Finally gets it back to Srbova. Srbova dumps off far sideline. Hot Beaches still trapped now. Almost a 4-person trap there to Srbova. Far sideline now. Hot Beaches still swinging it around. And this cup near the end zone is working very, very well for Woodchicas. A lot of teams will transition out of that cup once they get near the zone, but they're really doing quite a good job. What a powerful swing, and finally finds Tolzhinerova in the end zone. Not in, though. Is right on the end zone line now. Is calling double team. They back off. Back to Srbova, and Srbova finds, could have easily jumped in there, but Hafnantova with it. Swings back, far sideline. Back to Srbova. Srbova, Havlantova, and that's going to be in. And 2 of the Woodchicas players collided going for that D. Tolzhinerova ends up catching the disc, and that looked bad. It looks like she's getting up.
Looks like she's going to be able to shake it off.
A bit of a surprising end there. The Hot Beaches being so patient and so passive around that end zone line. Naya ends up needling a disc between 2 defenders to find Rachel in the end zone there.
Somebody wants to...
Hot Beaches will now pull off after having tied the game on that last score. Pole goes out of bounds, will be bricked. So Svenja Wagner gonna inbound this pole.
Hot Beaches show their zone look. And we'll see how the Woodchicas handle this. Quick break.
Kaufus sends a floaty disc up in the air. Lots of bodies in that end zone. Beautiful defense by Lucy Shanova. That's her second D so far this game. And Srbova will pick back up.
She's been such a huge, deep threat all weekend for the Hot Beaches. Just a phenomenal receiver, obviously athletic, and very easily dominant.
Yeah, she's quite tall. I think she's the tallest player on the field and very, very strong. Hot Beaches now working it back down. Tries the flick, but receiver unable to catch up to it. And Woodchicas will pick up and go the other way.
The Hot Beaches reset their cup and looking to push it to the far sideline.
All the way back to Oldenburg. Oldenburg, far sideline. Hot Beaches still in that cup. Both teams trying out the zone. Near D by Hot Beaches. But Hadaman picks it up. Back to Kalfus. Kalfus finds Hataman. Hataman far side to Wagner. Back to Oldenburg. Oldenburg all the way across the field to Hataman. Hataman breaks open side to Hosakawa for the score.
That's been a very usual combination for those two. Hataman is an excellent handler. Her throws have been phenomenal in the wind all weekend. And Hasakawa is just such an explosive small player.
So pull will be inbounded, immediately passed over to Mala. Both these teams definitely know each other, having played at a number of European championships in the past. Of course, Hot Beaches champions of Europe in 2010 in EUCF in Spain.
And I actually believe some of the Hot Beaches players have played on Woodchicas before. So there's a lot of crossover. These two teams know a lot about each other and are obviously quite close.
So Hot Beaches finds a hole through the zone, working it up. They've got numbers now. Bit of a crazy throw there, but swung all the way across, and Woodchicas' zone cannot keep up with this fast offense. We'll see what they do now near the end zone because their cup has been working very, very well. Nice flick break through the cup. And it's not in. Back out to towing the line is the Hot Beaches offender Vilshadova with the score. So Hot Beaches 3-3.
Knowing that, I was puppy in the zone.
Hot Beaches pulling off. Kalfus receives the pull. Kalfus into Gaia. Gaia back to Oldenburg. Sees Kalfus. Hosokawa far sideline. Hosokawa swings back over to Kalfus. To Oldenburg. Swinging it around the zone. Woodchicas, a team from Munich, Germany, originally formed out of a mixed team that was called Woodies. This team has been around for a long, long time. Sprunk could have run that disc down. He's got big, powerful fakes, does Daniela Sprunk. Finds Gaia in the center, within striking distance now. And not much defense on that point. Woodchicas is able to break the zone quite easily and go back up 4-3. Kalfus on the pull. That one will roll out of bounds, and Hot Beaches will take it on the line immediately. Centered. Serbova with it. Serbova flick, hawk deep. Finds Jimenez. About 20 yards outside of the end zone now. Langova with it. Langova looking dump. Bit of a floaty dump pass. Run down and lay out. Crowd loving that save by Vilshadova. Serbova now with it. Serbova finding Jimenez. Jimenez flick break. They'll try to run that down for the second opportunity. And what a point from Hot Beaches. 2 layouts, 1 to save the disc, 1 to score it.
Both teams not having any trouble with the wind. Maybe there isn't any wind out there.
Woodchicas will inbound the pull. Both teams trading points so far in this game. That one will be bricked. Just checked in at the brick mark. Kalfus, far sideline. Looking for Oldenburg. Finds Oldenburg up line. Nice adjustment by Hot Beaches. Oldenburg has a receiver drop it. And Sprung back on the mark.
Hot Chicas switched their defensive look there. They went man and were able to shake a break out of them. Ooh.
Looks like some contact on that D, but no foul will be called. Kalfus picks it back up, walking it up to the line. And Woodchicas will try this one again. It's an unfortunate drop for them on that last possession. foul called, possibly.
Hilco, I think.
Looks like it was a pick downfield. We'll see what the stall count goes back to.
Disc checked in. Kalfus finds Oldenburg. Toshnerova with the D. Hot Beaches picking back up. Flick to Toshnerova with the score. Bookends for Rachel Toshnerova. And a brilliant score from Hot Beaches there. 5-4 going up. Big pull from Hot Beaches. It's going to be stopped and centered into Gaia. Gaia far side to Koch. Both teams reliant on that zone. Sends it deep right away. Beautiful backhand hook to space. Valerie Müller comes down with that disc. And Woodchicas ties it back up 5-5. And both teams wasting no time between these points. This has really been a fast-paced game so far. Fast scores, not too many turnovers, and no timeouts yet in this game. Sending it deep right away as Hot Beaches. Kalfus is there, gets position on it. Comes down with it right away. Kalfus far side to Hosokawa. Hosokawa layout, clap catch to save that disc. Back into Imin. Imin finds Sprunk up line. Sprunk surrounded by the cup again, able to break through to Kalfus. Kalfus center of the field to Imin. Back far side to Kalfus, bobbles it, but is able to recover. Kalfus looking around the side of the cup, swings back over to Imin. Imin sends it deep, big backhand to Sprunk. Sprunk jumping, but the wind took that one just a little bit.
It's hard to tell where the wind is coming from here in the stadium. It's sort of swirling around. If you can see the trees in the background, you know it's windy. You can see them shake, but there's not really any indicators on the field to let us know what direction the wind is taking the disc.
Hot Beaches, risky throw over the top of the cup to break it. And Ayamala off in there with the disc. Another bobble on the other end, and we'll go the other way. So a couple of uncharacteristic turnovers on throws that are just floating a little bit. The ladies unable to get their hands on it.
And I think there's going to be a lot, or at least points with a lot of turnovers are coming. In the Woodchicas semifinal, I think the score ended up being extremely low in the single digits, just due to the wind and just due to the elemental factors. So there's going to be a lot of turns here.
And as you say that, we have another drop again for Stephanie Koch. So it could be the wind, could definitely also be that players are getting tired. Of course, Windmill is a 3-day tournament, 8 games in total. So a lot of games to play with a fairly short roster. Hot Beach is looking to put this in, towing the line. And we're not sure what the call will be on that. I would have said in, but Sprunk is calling it out and saying she leapt with the other foot.
Great field presence to at least try and keep that foot down. It's hard to say whether her back foot was down or whether she landed on her front foot, but looks like they're going to give up the disc.
Some surprise from the crowd for giving that one up. So Imin will pick the disc back up. Imin walking up to the line. Very calm throws, swings it over right outside the end zone now to Kalfus, working with Claudia Hermeking. Hermeking, one of the Grandmasters players on this Woodchicas team. Well over 40 years old, and I believe with 2 children. So Sprunk finding on the end zone Elena Mitchell. Mitchell now traps. Losing lots of meters now as Woodchicas swings back to Kalfus. Kalfus looks to break. Back to Imin. Imin, swing is not there. Flick to Kalfus. Kalfus finding the hole. Gaining yards now is Imin, and that's what they got to do. They got to be a bit more aggressive and gain a couple meters on those handler cuts in the zone.
You have to commend the Hot Beaches zone for being able to push the German team back again and again, make them lose those yards. They've gained and lost about 30 yards consecutively.
Kalfus back to Imin. Imin, far side of the field. Finds Hermeking wide open. Hermeking to Hosokawa. Back to Hermeking. Imin. Kalfus, floaty disc, tracks that one down. Back to Imin, losing meters. Imin, like those big backhand swings. That's going to float. Hot Beaches is there, and there's another D from Lucy Shanova. How big has she been so far in this game on defense?
She is an irreplaceable deep in that zone. She's come down with so much and will keep coming down with stuff, anchoring that Czech defense.
Bit of a crafty throw from Serbova. And Mala now with it. Layout D by Hosokawa. Will there be a call on this? No call. So we'll go the other way. So good field positioning by Hosokawa to get the D right by the end zone. So Woodchicas now with a very, very good chance of putting this one in. Some discussion on the field. Now looks like there's an injury call. Hot Beaches player will go off. Rachel Toshnerova will replace her on the field.
I think one of the Woodchicas players actually got hit with a disc on Aya's pass that ended up being blocked. So it looks like she took a sub for that.
Imin walking up to the disc now. Hot Beach is still sticking that with that zone. Both teams with the zone right in to the end zone. Kalfus faking far side to Oldenburg. Oldenburg back to Kalfus. Kalfus to Imin. Imin finding Oldenburg wide open. Up line to Kalfus. Kalfus tries through the cup, thinks about it, doesn't get there. Back to Oldenburg. Swing to Imin. Imin thought about the swing to Hosokawa, but wasn't there. Back to Oldenburg, and Woodchicas staying on that far side of the field. Finally swings over to Hosokawa. That's what they want, finding Splunk right outside of the end zone now. Just a couple yards out. Defense by Hot Beaches, 27. Klimentova gives Hosokawa a taste of her own medicine. So Ayamala picks back up. Mala immediately swings over to Serbova. Serbova, nice backhand over the top. Floating disc, can't catch up to it. And Woodchicas goes the other way immediately. Couple of lazy turnovers here on this point. What a backhand over to the far side of the field. Great vision. That was Klimentova with a huge backhand to Betty Schnedel. 6'5", Hot Beaches. Good pull goes up. Gaia will run up and pick this one up. This game's still staying close so far. Couple breaks on either side. Big backhand all the way into the zone. Mila there. Huge defense by Velshadova on Valerie Mila. Hot Beaches will go the other way. picking it up, and this is the first time, I believe, that Woodchicas has not tried zone on a turn, or one of the first times at least. So they're just going man. Beautiful layout D! And Müller gets her back. Number 9, Valerie Müller, getting horizontal for that defense. Woodchicas back up, far side of the field, just right out of the end zone now is Hataman. Hataman, cheeky backhand into Müller for the score. So Woodchicas staying in it, tying it right up, 6-6. Bit of a short pull goes up from Woodchicas, so Hot Beaches will start out with position. Sirbova picks it up, puts the backhand right away into the far side of the field. Woodchicas in the zone again. Sirbova far side. Very, very tight cup now. Sirbova hard pressed to get it out. Finally does with a high release backhand.
I see it. The people are warming up with this in the background.
Urizniak working with it now. Back to Sirbova.
Wacht even.
Sirbova to Shnova. Sirbova through the middle of the cup, right on the line. Finally gets it in to Klementova. So Hot Beach is going up now, 7-6. Sirbova with a beautiful backhand pull. Kalfus picks up. Looking at Gaia, not there. Finally puts it into Gaia. Back to Kalfus. Gaia with it. Forehand. Flick Huck. Finding Müller in the zone. Müller is there, running that one down. Beautiful layout, clap catch. Müller does it again. And Woodchicas tie it up, 7-7.
Okay, a little announcement.
Jack.
Nina Begin
Jack.
from
Woodchicas pulling off. This game's staying very, very tight. This is just a great game so far. Great women's ultimate. Huge plays, huge defense. Even with the zone, you can't ask for more. That just tipped by Hot Beaches. Woodchicas picking back up, going the other way.
And the Woodchicas changed from their zone look to go man-to-man, and they flustered that Hot Beaches offense into a D.
And right as I say that, Hosokawa with a drop. Have not been too many drops in this game, and then Hot Beaches with the turnover, but there will be a foul called. Oh, no, no foul called. She was just saying, my bad. Far side now. Woodchicas with it. And just a bad throw. Receiver Sina Buaka unable to catch up. So Hot Beaches will pick up now. And another turn, and I think when turns happen, they're contagious. We've seen turns within just 2 or 3 passes here.
Both teams struggling to put 2 passes together in the wind. Maybe it's legs, maybe it's tired. Neither team has taken time out yet this half. There's been a lot of points. So this is the 15th point of the game already.
Blade over the top to Kalfus. Kalfus back to Struba. Woodchicas with some of the newer players out there that haven't gotten too much playing time in this game so far. Hosokawa working with it. Back to Kalfus.
Good patience shown by the Woodchica offense on this point, and as I say that, they drop a long turn.
Shonova with another catch D. Chekrikova into Langova. Hot Beaches within striking distance now. Shanova with it. Shanova back to Mala. Mala sees Klementova going deep for the score. Eva Klementova in the green cap, making it 8-7 Hot Beaches.
And that'll take us to half. We're going to take a short break, and here's a word from our sponsors.
This is the microwave shot. This is the microwave shot. This is the microwave shot. This is the microwave shot.
So coming in out of the half, this game has been very close, very exciting. Neither team has gained an advantage of more than 1 point. So it's been trading points back and forth the whole time. Hot Beaches immediately comes out of half with their cup. The Hot Beaches cup quite a bit wider with more space than the Woodchicas variant, both though running 3 women cups. That's broken through the middle. It looks like there'll be a foul called. Jimenez tried to get the D there, but foul called, no contest. So Koch will check in. Koch swings it all the way back out. Kalfus now with it. Kalfus to a laying out Koch. But bad throw, and Hot Beaches will pick back up. Haflantova, far side to Jimenez. Jimenez finds Serbova on the dump. Far side to Mala. Mala finds Jimenez up line, floating that disc, lays out, but not there. The wind really picked up suddenly right in the back of that end zone. And Woodchicas will pick up and go the other way. But that would have been a beautiful throw from Mala. Woodchicas, Imin with it. Imin finds the hole in the cup. Through the center, through Kalfus. Kalfus, big backhand, deep to Müller. Müller is always there, laying out. But it won't be there this time. And you gotta love Müller's tenacity on those layouts in the end zone. Both teams will take their time now to regain their composure, walk back to the disc, and restart this point coming out of half. Mala with it. Mala backhand break to Serbova. Serbova finding Bilyanova. Bilyanova to Jimenez. Jimenez drops it. Not a great pass. And then Sprung is wide open in the end zone now. Just barely toes the line. So here we go again. Woodchicas with the point. Woodchicas pulling off. Mala will pick up. Mala looking for cups. Finds Klementova open, but Hosokawa layout D on the poach, finding the space there, and she's great at that. She's had a number of Ds all game. Woodchicas swinging around. Back to the center, inside break. Just outside of the end zone now. Back to Oldenburg. Schriver with it. To Hataman. Hataman, floating disc. Layout score from Woodchicas. And Woodchicas goes up 9-8. Woodchicas with 2 points in a row. Hot Beaches looking to recover now. Urishniak into Jimenez. Jimenez, far sideline to Villanova. Villanova back to the center, pulled down by Havlantova. Toshnarova with space on it. Gets the backhand, nice fake there from Toshnarova, looking for the dump. Back to Havlantova. Havlantova into the center. Jimenez, nice one-hand catch. Gets the forehand in to Shedova. Jimenez with a drop. Gets immediately back on defense. Woodchicas looking to strike the other way. And Hot Beaches slow to adjust back into their cup. Gaia now with it. Gaia able to find the spaces in that cup. As I said before, the cup looking pretty wide open. And Woodchick is able to bust the field wide open there. Got Sprung now just outside of the end zone. Sprung now covered by the zone. Gets it back to Imin. Imin break to Kalfus. No one there. Woodchicas playing very, very patient offense here. Back to Imin. Imin hammer over the top to Müller. Finds it! And the crowd loves that one. Valerie Müller with her umpteenth goal of the game. Woodchicas the first team to gain a 2-point separation in this game, going up 10-8. Woodchicas pulling off after gaining that 2-point advantage for the very first time. Mala with it. Woodchicas in a man defense now. Almost gets the layout D, but Hot Beach is working it out.
So this is an interesting position for Hot Beaches. I don't think they've been down in a game yet this weekend. They've been healthily in control on day 1 and 2 of this tournament. So we'll see how they respond, and I have no doubt that this team has the players that can come back out of this small deficit, but getting this one would be a big point in coming back into this game.
Flick hook goes up. Nice D again. How many times has she done that? Lucy Shonova. And Mala will pick the disc up and go the other way. A bit of confusion from Woodchicas about what the defense is. Let's Hot Beaches get a quick throw off. Klementova now with it. Klementova. Flick up 2. Lucy Shonova with the sky and the bookends. 10-9 Woodchicas.
Indeed, Rebel is still down, but not by that much. Both teams being fairly safe in the disc.
So Hot Beaches secures that 0 point. Violation call and the kicked pull. So play will restart. And Kalfus will huck deep right away. That was a bit of an interesting call. I believe on a violation, you're supposed to stop play, and she was wide open on the poach.
Yeah, it was an interesting sequence of events. Looks like the Hot Beaches stopped and paused and somehow lost their coverage due to the Woodchicas taking the disc back a few yards. But a goal is a goal.
Woodchicas maintains that 2-point lead. Pulling it back to Klementova. Klementova to Mala. Mala, backhand hook. That's tipped by Woodchicas, indeed by Kalfus. To Hataman. Hataman into the center to Sprung. Sprung backhand to Müller. Müller puts up the backhand, and now they're getting really cheeky with those throws. That one had a bit too much of an edge on it. Went out of bounds. And Woodchicas with all the confidence in the world now. Yeah,
Mueller right there, not normally a thrower. Normally she's a big receiver, but takes the chance. Receiver maybe had a shot at it, but it floats out of bounds and will give Hot Beaches a chance to come back. and work it the full 70 meters.
Disc checked back in. Klementova. Far side to Shonova. Shonova sends it deep to no one. So teams will reset. Woodchicas will go back the other way. Disc check back in. Almost a D from Shonova again. Bit of contact there, not called. Hataman now with the disc. Hataman, no options, has to send up the flick deep. And no sideline talk there. Defender was not aware, and Müller able to grab that disc. Müller backhand over the top, up line to Mitchell. Mitchell almost finds Kalf in the end zone. Just bobbles it a bit. Went off her hand, then her foot, then to the ground.
You know, that's 2 turnovers by probably not the strongest throwers on Woodchicas, which is not something you're going to see the Hot Peaches do a lot. They know who their main handlers are, and sure, Woodchicas are able to get turns out of them, but very uncommonly do you find Hot Peaches receivers making errors like that.
So meanwhile, Woodchicas recovers the disc on a D. Sprung right outside of the end zone. Sprung back to Hataman. Hataman into the center to Kalfus. And Woodchicas gets wide open. There we go on the score. Laura Winkler. And Woodchicas now with the 3-point lead, 12-9. Pull goes down. Serbova back with it. To Rizhniak. Back to Serbova, far sideline. Serbova, flick hook, got coverage though. Nice pull down from Shedova. Shedova back into the center. Rizhniak. Rizhniak, flick break to Serbova. Serbova puts the backhand into Mia. There may be a call on the field. No call. That'll be a goal. So back within 2 is Hot Beaches.
And that's back-to-back textbook dump swings from both teams. Both teams obviously know what they're doing when it comes to handler sets and movement. Getting it to the other side and then just punching it in, nice and easy, nothing hard there.
They've been watching those Rise Up videos. Pull goes out of bounds. That'll be Brick. So Kalfus walked that one up to the brick mark. Marked by Klementova. Back to Kalfus. Finding Hataman. Both teams now switching to a man defense. Sprung middle of the field. Sprung defense from Rizhniak. Rizhniak, a Polish player on this Czech team, one of the newer players. Doesn't normally play with Hot Beaches, but has played on a Czech team before, so it's her first time with the Beaches. Serbova with it. Serbova into Klementova. Travel called, I believe. Some discussion on the field. Disc will go back to Cherbova.
And this will be a big break for Hot Beaches if they can get it. Going to 11-12 is a lot better instead of facing down a 10-13 deficit towards the end of this game here.
Serbova into the middle. Klementova now 3 yards out of the end zone, finds the backhand. Just not a great throw. So they will go the other way, and it's hard to score if you're taking shots like that.
Mm-hmm. That one just drops 5 meters in front of the receiver, no chance at it.
And Woodchicas turfs the disc the other way, so Hot Peaches gets lucky there with a chance to get their point back. And Klementova running the end zone, but that one's going out. So as we've seen so far in this game, turns have been contagious. You get one turn, and we normally see another one by the other team in the next pass.
And the Woodchicas seem to be coming back running. I wouldn't be surprised if either team took a timeout here, but looks like they're just going to keep on playing. So Oldenburg, meanwhile, all the way up above midfield.
Finds Hataman. Hataman sends the flick deep. That's going to roll out of bounds.
And uncharacteristic turnovers from some of the handlers on both sides here. Hataman usually all weekend she was making money throws, upwind, downwind, you name it, but that one just gets away from her and blades over out of bounds.
So Urizniak, the Polish player, picks the disc back up, looking for a dump. Finally gets it into Klementova, into Sirbova. Sirbova, middle of the field, to Shanova. Shanova finding Schnedel. Schnedel into the middle, picked up by Urizniak. To Chekartova. Chekartova, flick backhand the other side to Klementova. Klementova finding her receiver. Schnedel now right outside of the end zone. Two defenders there, but not able to get to it. And they'll swing back to Serbova. Klementova with it now, backhand. That could have been a strip. We'll see what the call will be here.
Yeah, regardless of whether the Woodchicas player, Mueller, got the disc or not, it certainly looked like there was a little bit of contact pushing that Hot Beaches player. So we'll see what they work out on the field.
So that'll be a no contest strip and a goal. So Hot Beaches stays in the game, and like you said, Adam, get the big point here, going down 11-12 instead of 10-13.
So game to 14.
So cap went on during that last point. It's going to be a game to 14. Woodchicas up 12-11. Kalfus with the disc into the center to Imin. Imin finding Elena Mitchell. Mitchell back to the center to Imin. Imin finding Hosokawa. Hosokawa center of the field. Swings over to Struba. Back to Imin. Imin sends the flick deep. Hosokawa streaking, and that's a goal. Woodchicas 13-11, just 1 point away from the game.
1 point closer to their
So Woodchicas have a strong D-line here, looking to get this defense and put the game away. Pull lands in and rolls out of bounds. Just checked in, Serbova with it, center of the field. Back over to Urizniak. Urizniak sends a disc to no one, and that is fatal for Hot Beaches. Woodchicas now with the disc and a chance to win the game in this game to 14, 13-11. Woodchicas. Disc in, Hot Beaches back in their zone. Crowd getting into it now. Back over the side to Koch. To Husakawa. Cup running behind. Woodchicas running a dominator. Having trouble catching up. Müller now with it. Müller back to Koch. Stall count getting high. Losing a lot of yards, our Woodchicas now. But they're able to swing to open up the field. Back to Kalfus. Kalfus to Koch. Kalfus still with it. Swings near side to Koch. And poppers are very, very far away. Handler's getting frustrated, and eventually Kalfus decides to punt it. Of course, that's hard with Lucy Shanova there, with her 6th or 7th D of the game. They're in that deep, deep position.
That was a great display of poise by both sides. Woodchicas with a chance of putting it away, but run pretty calmly up until that last shot, and Hot Beaches not getting themselves worried about it and put that zone back on. Another turn. Here's the Woodchicas again.
Kalfus now with it into the center. That almost flies over, but doesn't go. Koch now finding Müller. Müller now to Hosokawa. Woodchicas very, very close to putting this game away. Koch, big swing over to Kalfus, far side. And they can taste victory now. Sprung now with it to Kalfus. Just 1 yard out of the end zone now. Cup cannot keep up. Swung into the middle. Back far side to Koch. Koch looking, pivoting, no one there. Hot Beach is still staying in their Cup zone. Swinging back over to Hosokawa, and Hosokawa easy score to Koch for the win. So Woodchicas take it 14-11.
And what a phenomenal game by the Germans. They had all the pieces together, the offense, the defense, and Hot Beaches should still hold their head up high. They played an amazing tournament. Unfortunately, this final didn't quite go their way. They couldn't convert on some of those long shots that they needed to. And congratulations to the Germans for winning that one. They pulled out an amazing final. I don't think I've seen them play that well this weekend, but what a spectacular display of offense and defense. They had all the pieces and parts that they needed.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was a big upset. Hot Beaches came into the game very, very strong, started out trading points. I thought either team could have won it. Finally, Woodchicas able to get a little bit of a lead and never look back.
Yeah, the Hot Beaches had those veteran players who could make the throws, but ultimately they couldn't get the conversions that they needed on their defensive points. They'd get the turns, but unfortunately they would just give it right back. But congratulations to both teams for making it into the finals of this 2013 Windmill Windup. This is Skyd Magazine, and our coverage is presented by 5 Ultimate.
Mail time, everyone. Vero, Kip, PCAP, Carl. Ooh, another one for Vero. Carl again, Sophia, Exton, Ningo, and one for accounting.
You're losing your touch pen.